find him? My daddy died? What happened?
Sent him for an Argonian down on his luck.
The Stormcloaks? But Grandpa says they're bad people. Was my daddy bad? Oh. I know that when a Nord dies in battle, they go to Sovngarde. If I'm a warrior, maybe I'll see my daddy again one day. I guess I'd better go practice. Bye, stranger, and thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tell my mother. You might want to talk to her. She could reward you for all you've done.
Hello.
Be sure to give to the needy when you can. What is it you desire?
Velo Scholar. Streaming anew.
Hello?
Into sinew.
I see. I never thought Heron would join the Stormcloaks, but this journal... He was a soldier, so I always knew the worst could happen. But this...
Ancient Nordic ornaments, weapons, armor, you name it, I have it.
Yes, I can see he believed that. I just wish he would have given a thought to his family before standing against the Thalmor. I'll do the only thing I can do. Grieve with my family and try to move on.
Get a slice of
Despite
Skyrim
this,
right here in Cyrodiil.
despite what happened, we owe you our thanks. If not for you, we would never have known his fate. Please take this. It used to belong to him, to Heron. I don't want it anymore. You might get some use out of it, at least.
Nordic culture, Nordic methods.
So, what'll it be?
They love the sinew.
Damnable tavern! Damnable owner! How dare he allow that lizard to engage in such a salacious display? Scandalous! It's a dingy squad filled with criminals, rats, and lice. The amount of underhanded deals and crooked business that goes on there, it beggars belief. I want its proprietor to land in hot water with our dear guard captain. He deserves it, no? Say, would you help me?
a pause.
Hello.
For love.
Can I help you?
Renaud, you're distressing the customers.
Distressing.
That's what I just said. Yes.
You are.
Here to
you
browse my
dare-
fine selection of
How
ancient
dare
Nordic
you.
items?
I am outraged. You hire me to play songs in this bar that is so far below my standards, and now you proclaim my music as distressful? I'm done with you standards, and I'm done with this shoddy excuse for a tavern. I'm off for the Restful Watchman, your top competition. How about that, huh? And you talentless, tasteless fiends! How dare you insult my music? Could you do better? No, you couldn't. Because I was trained at the Bots College in Solitude, and I'm the foremost practitioner of the art of song since Faulkner himself. You are nothing more than jealous maggots, grasping your waist to insult me and belittle my talent. And to that, I say, good day.
A slice of Nordic heritage, right here in Cyrodiil.
Oh,
Hail, traveler!
change the linens like I asked.
Of course I changed the linens.
Well, I would be, but unfortunately, I've got some
do you
debts
say
to
that?
pay off.
only that
I've been doing
infernal
odd
barber
jobs
shut
around
his
town
mouth.
to help raise the symptoms.
It feels like you don't trust me.
His name is Reynard,
I'm
even
sorry,
told.
love.
Damn
Ian has
fool
just been so
apparently
busy
thinks
lately,
he's the
and the stress
divine's
is
gift
getting
to
to him.
singing.
I didn't mean
He's
to take it out.
terrible, and he's
You
loud.
should take it as a compliment,
And hear his
Stantis.
terrible
The Gerald is
performances
busy
from the
because of our
streets.
hard work.
It's getting very irritating.
Yes, you're right.
The
One of these
beggar,
days, though, I'd
Rente,
like to take a
has shown a
vacation.
particular interest
Highlands,
in getting
perhaps.
Reynard
Or
to
maybe
shut
High Rock.
up for some reason.
I
You
could
could go
tolerate
speak
High
with
Rock.
him. Perhaps he'd even pay you.
I'm proud of my ancestry, as should you be, Felinord. Come, my stock is Many of them I collected during my adventuring days. I used to wander Skyrim in search of opportunity and adventure. I went through my fair share of Nordic ruins back in those days, and I took a liking to the ancient Nordic metalwork. So, I began to collect them as I adventured, and when I finally decided to settle down, I had quite an extensive stock. Why not? The same reason I sell ancient Nordic artifacts, so that the young Nords here in Bruma can be reminded of the roots. Bruma has all the surface trappings of Skyrim, the snow, the cold, but Skyrim is so much more than that. Something Bruma isn't and can never be. It's about the Nordic ruins dotting the landscape, about the dragon walls. It's about the diversity. Whiterun and the Reach, the Pale and Eastmarch. That variation of Nordic culture is something Cyrodiil doesn't have. I'll be content if my presence here reminds just a few Nords that they're not just Imperials with more facial hair and deeper voices. It's doing well. A lot of travelers tend to buy from me, as well as young Nords who are soul-searching, trying to find the Nordic heritage here in Cyrodiil.
Hello. Life as a stable master isn't so bad. It can be downright rewarding sometimes. Though, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, but...
Just like old times.
Well, we did lose a horse a few weeks ago. The owner's incredibly upset, as you can imagine. I sell the finest life... Though, According to a few people nearby, it galloped off to the north, but I don't know where it could have gone to or why. Sadly, I haven't had the time to look into it either.
Believe me, traveler, if you do that for me, I'd be very grateful. Like I said, it went off to the north. I'd start there.
What is it?
The Gerald View. We have drinks, beds, and food. Which do you need? Any or all? As it happens, yes, I do. I need the shipping request delivered to Greenwood. My regular courier is unavailable. If you're able to act in his stead, I'll reward you with coin. Excellent. Take this to Afor Famalius at Greenwood, down where the Gerals meet the Great Forest. I'll deliver payment on your return. Realm Tay has been complaining about some noise nuisance. Talks my ear off about it. Probably that damnable bard, Renard Eventoned. I hear tensions are flaring up in Cheydinhal. They've been bubbling over for a while. Dark elves and other dark elves, I think. Something to do with the Red Year. Bad business. Cheydinhal's overflowing. Aftermath of the Red Year.
Greetings.
Please, madam. Just one septim. The prey approaches. I am. I try to be fairly humble, but sitting here day after day, not being able to hear myself think for the racket he's causing, well, it tries my scales. Why do you ask? Are you interested in helping? There certainly isn't much a lowly Argonian beggar could do. Thank you very much. I am a beggar. I can't even afford a roof over my head, and I can barely afford to eat. However, if you were to deal with Reynard, I can arrange for you to be paid.
Can I help you?
I'm Bonus. My dad is Albekius. What's your name? My dog, Scruffy, is missing. He's been gone for days and I'm worried about him. I don't like it. It's better than in a place like Bravil, sure, but I miss the Imperial City. That and my dad. I want to see things, but he never lets me too far out of his sight, or the sight of the guards. I want to see the forests and the ogres and the minotaurs and the trolls for myself, not through the window of some carriage with my dad. Scruffy and I were playing by the North Gate. Dad called me for dinner, and it was only later that day that I noticed he was missing. Maybe that means he went north. It probably does. But Dad won't let me out into the wilderness, though. Would you mind looking for Scruffy? I'll be your best friend forever. Yes! Come back to me with Scruffy, please, stranger!
You there, a traveler, in my house? Why, of course, you are here to sample the sweet sounds of Reynard Eventon and his lute, or his flute. Noise nuisance? Noise nuisance? What do you take me for, some Halliway wastrel? I'm a bard, you impudent fool! How dare you speak to me in such a manner? And whoever complained, such nerve! Ah, yes, but you were the messenger girl, weren't you? You are the one who came to deliver their infernal message. Indeed, whoever it was that complained is likely an agent of Maroon's Dagon. For who else would have such distaste for the beauty of music? You insolent whelp! I'm outraged! You barge into my home and then proceed to insult me! I'm done with this conversation.
Yes, my beloved.
Oh, look, a pumpkin! Of course I am! A true Nord knows that boasting is appropriate when it is called for, and Renard even Tone knows this well. Or are you insulting my ability, bumpkin? Don't tempt me. To clunk you over the head with my flute, or my lute, or bludgeon you with my fiddle. I know, I will travel to Daggerfall, grab one of those fancy bread knobs and spank you with it. Oh, or I could slam you with a tambourine so vigorously that every Bruma citizen could hear it. That would make you the joke of the day. Oh, look, there goes the tambourine man. Tambourine woman just doesn't have the same ring to it. Tambourine lady, maybe. How's that sound, Piss and Rube? The hat? The hat? You dare refer to it as a hat? This pumpkin is a Colovian fur elm. They were all the rage back in the Third Era, though their popularity has since waned. But I, the illustrious Renard Even Toned, am spearheading their revival. Not only am I a pioneer of music, I am also a pioneer of fine fashions. Soon, when you see all and sundry walking around sporting them, you'll know in the back of your mind that Renard Even Tone was there first. Indeed you do. Gaze upon the visage of my Third Era Colovian fur elm, for its originality is sadly fleeting. I am the most illustrious bard in the entirety of Tamriel. I promise you that. Much better than any of the bumpkins from the Bard's College that I graduated to, of course. Of course I did. What, you think Renard Even Tone, a master bard and true artist, would be rejected from the Bard's College? Of course not. First you insult me, then you offer me aid. How unexpected. At least you're learning your place. Yes, I suppose there's something you can do. My prize loot is missing, and I'm forced to use this shoddy replacement. It is impacting my ability to perform greatly. It is even making my renditions of Valenwood's Color Streams Anew into Sinew sound worse. Valenwood's Color Streams Anew into Sinew. That is a basic ballad. Absolutely basic. So, go and fetch my loot. Some thief took it, probably. Somewhere here in Bruma, I imagine. Off you go. Time's a wasting. Annoying! I will try to hold my rage for now, but do not try my patience, Rube. Go fetch the loot before I clunk you over the head with my flute! Come to speak to the best bard in Old Tamriel? Unsurprising. Go on then, speak. Nope, none at all. Try asking the ruffians over at the Restful Watchman. That's where most of the riffraff like to drink themselves into a stupor.
Needing an inn? Go to the Gerald View. There's...
My weapon wants a tempering. Things want to kill him.
What is it?
To fail at a simple job like that, no way in.
I've got rooms, I've got food and drinks, and 1,000 elven ladies under my belt. The Restful Watchman. Rooms and food, that's what we do. What do you need? Well, honestly, sometimes I do. I'm only saying this because I suspect you might be able to help me out. You see, there's this snooty Altmer that came through here a few days back. One of those haughty Alinor types. Newcomer to Bruma. Well, he came here, not realizing that the Gerald View might have been more to his tastes. After he witnessed a few of our, morally gray activities and an exceptional display of promiscuity, well, he decided to leave. Now, in his outrage and disgust, he's planning to try and press charges against my tavern. If you could just talk him down, I'd appreciate it. Because I can pay you, and I'm just too charming to resist. Why wouldn't you help me? Fair enough. There is something, actually. Here, the powers that be at the county castle sent out this bounty letter. Alamu Nethray, Dark Elf girl. She's wanting adventurers to help her with something. Not sure what. A little birdie told me that you're annoying me. Seems to me you're starting trouble asking questions like that. This is a fine establishment. We don't pretend to be more than we are, though. Now, what can I get you? Then go over to the Gerald View if it suits you better. Me, I think this inn has more character than Mr. Stantis Fancy Pants' little establishment. We have the finest wines and meats in all of Cyrodiil.
How fantastic! No, there aren't. Doesn't matter much to me, but sometimes I do feel kind of isolated among all the Nords and Imperials. There wasn't already an alchemist in town when I came up here, and I figured it was a burgeoning market and a ripe opportunity. Fortune favors the bold, or so they say. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Excuse me, but have you ever heard of the champion of Cyrodiil? Yes, indeed. And my great, well, anyway, my very, very distant grandfather. He fought alongside the champion. He was at the Battle of Bruma. He was the captain of the guard, no less. The champion is my inspiration, second only to Captain Bird. You know, the distant relative. I have a very large collection of Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts, my pride and joy, and I always want to expand it. Perhaps one day you'll aid me in that pursuit, huh? But that day isn't today. I need to track down another artifact first. Anyway, thank you for your time, and sorry for approaching you so abruptly. Sometimes my passion for the champion can carry me away. Sorry again. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're interested, come to my house. I have a fantastic Champion of Cyrodiil museum tour available. Innumerable Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts. Come, check it out when you can.
You here to do business?
To fail at a simple job like that. No way it was just a coincidence. It must have been. Oh, hello. What are you looking at? Speak. That's none of your. I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to help. I'm a mercenary. Been one for years now, and I don't often fail a job. But this last time, I did fail, but not through any fault of my own. Well, suppose I could, yeah. You'll need to know more about the job first, though. I'd been hired by some anonymous noble to clear out a cave full of bandits near Bruma. Offer some nice coin, too. My wife came with me. We're battle partners. Things were going well until we were ambushed. Bandit reinforcements showed up out of nowhere, flanking us the way we came. They bound us and gagged us, left us disarmed and defeated. They left with my wife and left me to die. I managed to escape my captivity, but when I got back to the cave, they'd gone. All of them, including my wife. I've been searching for her damn near a whole year now. No success. Praise Malakath. Once you turn up something solid, let me know. I'll be here. The best place to start is probably the castle. Ask the nobles, see if they know anything.
Do you want?
What is it? Even if I did, why would I tell you anything? So you could go like the good little saint you are and tell the guards? Huh, no.
Oh, is that so? All right then. We kicked that old Horker out of here a little while back. Can still hear him from his house across the way. It'd be nice to get rid of that nuisance. Here's the truth. Yes, I took it. It was made out of a fine oak and encrusted with some rubies. Good gold, friend. So I sold it to some of my most prolific business partners. Capstone Cave. It's not too far from Bruma. By all means, go take it up with them. Either they'll kill you or you'll kill them. Makes no difference to me. Our business has already concluded. However, I have a smarter proposal.
We drove Renaud out of the Watchman, and he's no doubt had the same happen at the Gerald View. He's out of work.
I'm sure you've seen the hilarious Bardic Masterclass posters he's putting up all around Bruma in the hope of keeping a roof over his head. Well, tell him he's got a new venue to play at. Tell him to go to Capstone and play. Those boys have been looking for some entertainment for a while now. You'll have to negotiate it with them at the cave first, of course. If you do that, either they keep him and Renaud is successfully out of Bruma, or they punish him, and no one's any the wiser. As you should. Which option you decide to pursue is your concern. Negotiate him a job or retrieve the loot by force. Doesn't matter much to me. Just don't drag me into this again. My only interest in Renaud is hearing him shut up. This is not my affair.
I'm Galarin, Synod Hopeful. If you have any cuts or bruises, I'd be happy to practice my restoration on you. Oh, I was born in Bruma. I traveled around Cyrodiil and lived for a few years in Coral, but the mountains and the cold air always called to me. My parents used to say there must have been some Nord blood in our family for me to love the snow so much. There probably isn't, of course. My parents were from High Rock. That's about as Breton as it gets. Too bad they aren't here to see me make the Synod. I think they would have been proud. Yes, I am. I'm hoping to join the Synod Conclave here in Bruma. Restoration mostly, but I also enjoy alchemy and alteration. Not so big on destruction. I like preserving life, not taking it. They died a while back. Papa got sick, so Mama went out adventuring to try and raise money for a healer. Mama never made it back, so Papa never got his healing. I'm not broken up about it anymore. It happened several years ago now. But I do still miss the feeling of family, of being loved, you know? In any case, being a mage of the Synod will help with that. That will be my place to belong.
What is it?
Like, old Tiber Septim himself? Hello.
Zombies tend to haunt caves. Be careful if you decide to go treasure hunting.
I am Marcius Carvane, Viscount Bruma, at your service. Have you read my book by any chance?
Hello. Let me think. There was one raid Simond organized last I remember. Never mentioned it to me. Always been a quiet fellow, but I saw it in his journal. Well, yes. He's one of those mysterious men, you know? Just has an aura about him. Piques a lady's interest. You can't blame me for peeking in his journal, I hope. We all have our vices. No, truth told. Though I imagine you could just check Simmons' journal if you wanted to do that. I obviously couldn't endorse such behavior, though. Goes without saying, I suppose. In his quarters, of course, though you may need a key to get inside. I may, but I'm a noble. I'm hardly a beggar. So why should I accept this expense money? Very well. I'll take the coin, and I'll just go get the journal. Once I've gotten it, I'll just wait around, inconspicuously, you understand, in the Great Hall. A pleasure. You're here. Good. I procured the journal just as we agreed. Now, I need to get going before someone gets suspicious. I've had too many little jaunts into Simmons' office. I think someone told the guards to keep an eye out for me having further adventures. Best of luck in your. Whatever it is you're doing.
Is there something else you need?
Can I help you?
My pleasantries to you.
Hello.
I'm the Can I help you? An interesting question. We keep records of expenses from members of the Bruma court, especially the times it's coming out of our treasury. However, we don't give this kind of information out to anyone who so much as asks. Why do you want to know? Truly? I see an honest glint in your eye. I think you're telling the truth. Well then, I will get you any information I can from the records. One moment while I go check them. You just wait around here. Well, I've checked the records. There was one account of Afana Idichi hiring... Well, I've checked the records. There was one account of Afana Idichi hiring... What is it? Welcome to Castle Brook. Well, I've checked the records. There was one account of Afana Idichi hiring some mercenaries for a job similar to your description last year. She spends a lot of time around the castle. You can go speak to her if you wish. Out of memory, there was another who hired some mercenaries for a bandit raid last year too. It was, Simon Courtier. Yeah, that's the one. Not too sure on the details. I'm going off of memory here, since his mission wasn't recorded in the books. Huh. Strange that. We usually keep thorough records. Well, anyway, I hope I was of some help. But that's all I know, and all the books know. Best of luck with your investigation. County Bruma is the jewel of Cyrodiil. Though the mountains may be frosty, the hearts of our people are as warm as the brightest hearth. Of course, that's not to say that she's perfect. As with any county, we have our fair share of vicious wildlife and shameless brigands. But we don't let that put a dampener on things. That's the Nord way, after all. And Bruma's as Nordic as she is imperial. Feeling clumsy today?
Heard bandits have set up and plundered mine. Damned brigands. We clear them out, they always come back. We've been having problems with smugglers. Careful there!
Do you need something? Yes. There was Strong Minds operation. That's about all I can remember, though. What? No. No, of course not. That's preposterous. Hello there. What? No. No, of course not. That's preposterous.
You're back. Any news on my wife? Who's the spineless wretch that sold us out? Tell me, now! Gautier? The Breton? Then I'll rip his... Wait, a Breton? Really? A Breton? Weak-willed, soft-spoken, magic-practicing ponces? How could a Breton overcome an orc, even with bandits on his side? I remember overhearing talk in the castle that Simon had a luxury manor up in the east of the Gerals somewhere. Go search this guy's home. See if it actually was him. Find something, anything, that conclusively links him to the crime and bring it to me. If it is the damned Breton, that's when we act.
Can I help you?
Mean to be rude, but are you sure you want to adopt a Nord who draws Thalmor to us? It seems like a poor decision. happy to be around like-minded individuals. Starting the Explorers Guild was a great idea.
something.
This should be good. Fight! Fight!
Hey! Watch it!
Big...
What was that?
Don't hurt me!
Ah, another worm!
Someone do something.
A fight!
I surrender! There you are. I'm done. I'm done. Please don't hurt me.
someone there? Of course.
Away with you, Rube! Wonderful! You have served your purpose, Rube, and for that, I am extremely surprised. Go now, and know that you are tolerated by Renaud even toned. Ah yes, that insignificant matter. I will cut out the nighttime rehearsals and keep them for the morning. That is what you wanted, yes? And do not speak of this again, lest you lose my tolerance, Rube.
You're back, and that infernal screeching is gone. You convinced him? Ah, this is a relief I've been yearning for months now. My most sincere thanks, honored friend. While you were dealing with Renaud, I went and asked around town. People donated coin to a reward pot. People are much more willing to donate to this reward pot than they are to donate to a washed-up beggar, it seems. It is yours. Truly, this moistens my scales. No one would, has. This is not. What can I do with this gold, traveler? What could I do with it? Yes, thank you. I will. I will go to Leowin and begin a new life. Perhaps even return to Blackmarsh in time. Thank you, honored friend. Thank you. But, here. Take this old keepsake of mine. I don't need it anymore.
What kind of spell was that? Coming out of your mouth?
Can I help you? Can I help you?
The Restful Watchman. Rooms and food, that's what we do. What do you need?
They're like fresh-born Achara. Pretty to look at, but not a use on Nern. It couldn't be him. Go, search his home. I want proof.
Can I help you? Sorry, but we're not looking for new members right now. The Nibonese branch is currently undergoing strict internal reforms. Check back soon, though. It's not something I can discuss with someone outside of the guild. We're trying to increase public awareness, make sure people know who to come to if they want their contracts completed. But we'll need to step up our presence if that's to happen. Here, take these posters. Put them up in prominent positions around Bruma. Once you've got them all up, return to me, and I'll have some coin waiting for you. Hello. That's a good question, one I don't hear often enough from the other members in our hall. The Fighters Guild is here to serve those who need our help. If their coin is good enough, their fights become our fights, and we'll take our steel to their enemies. But it's more than that. I don't think I can explain it to you unless you see it for yourself. It's that look in a husband's eyes when you bring his wife back into his arms. Being able to help the people of Cyrodiil to change their lives for the better is what this is all about. I just wish my underlings shared that passion.
Oh, look, a tourist. What do you want? Fight, kill, train. What? You were expecting something else? I'm always polite to people who needlessly waste my time. Used to be part of a mercenary company down in Valenwood. We were good. One of the best and most feared companies in all the provinces. The Great War came. Things got bad. Pay was poor. Jobs were dangerous. Commander tried turning against an employer, tried to swindle them. It didn't end well, and now I'm here, doing the only thing I know how to do. Tough? Of course it was tough, but so am I. I tire of this topic. Is there anything else you need? It's cold, harsh, and there's plenty of opportunity for work thanks to the low member count. I like it.
Name's Ionala. Ionala Darkheart. Best archer in Bruma, and perhaps all of Cyrodiil. I offer archery training, for a price, to any who wish to learn and fight for coin and glory. Other than that, what more is there to do? Other than drink some fine ale at the tavern, of course.
Damnable tavern! Damnable owner!
We have Holgard to thank for our arms. Within the walls, we'll keep you safe. Outside, watch your back.
Can I help you?
You seen Frostcrag's spire sitting up on Knoll Mountain? Beautiful sight. Almost makes me want to hike up there and take a look. Almost.
County. That area is prone to